It's really sad to see the decline of Call of Duty Zombies. When the mode first launched, it was practically revolutionary at the time. Well, not revolutionary, there have been other Horde mode games at that point in time, but for Call of Duty as an IP, it was very kind of wow. And that's what really latched people onto the Zombies franchise. I mean, I was playing COD Zombies at an age where I probably shouldn't. I was playing at World at War kind of age 7, and so definitely should not have been playing COD Zombies, but I kind of fell in love with it, and it became a routine. It became something that I really loved to play, and therefore I've played every iteration of it henceforth. And over time, my love for it, as for many other people, has declined. The mode hasn't really changed that much. If anything, it's got more involved for the players, but just something about it has just faded away. And you know, I think it all started from the conception of World at War Zombies, because it was very bare bones at the point of launch. I mean, there wasn't really a lot to do. You could spin the box, but that was about it. And then later in the DLC cycle, they brought out Doris with Pack-a-Punch, and that kind of evolved the mode kind of going forward for other entries. And then you have Black Ops 1, which was just kind of an evolution of World at War. You know, you had new weapons, new wonder weapons, new bosses, and slightly more fantastical locations than just facilities. And then you have Black Ops 2, which is evolving the aftermath of the Black Ops 1 storyline, but again, new cast of characters, and then you've got new weapons, new wonder weapons, you get the whole picture. And the ending of Black Ops 2 would then set up what was going to happen in Black Ops 3, but then between that we had Exo Zombies, which wasn't received that well. And then you have Black Ops 3 with its more fantastical elements and locations, not to mention a more fantasy-themed map style, as well as a high amount of saturation. And Black Ops 3 is kind of seen as the best COD Zombies experience that you can have, especially because of mod tools and stuff like that on PC, so it's kind of evolved past the base maps. And then you have Infinite Warfare Zombies. The first half was received really well, and personally I really enjoyed it, but then after that, you know, it kind of fizzled out and people didn't really have that much interest in it anymore. And then you have World War II Zombies, which was basically the same scenario as Infinite Warfare Zombies. And then you have Black Ops 4, which at its core is actually a really good game, but unfortunately there were so many game-breaking bugs, and there was very limited mobility for player engagement in regards to Easter eggs, because it was all way more complicated than ever seen before, but at its core was a genuinely good game. And then you have Cold War, which mechanically was an entirely refreshed revision on the COD Zombies mode, including score streaks and a whole other bunch of stuff, which definitely evolved the mode from what it used to be and made it a bit more, well, multiplayer and Warzone-ified, if you will. And then you get to Vanguard, and we don't talk about Vanguard. We don't. I'm not doing it. And then you have Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which was definitely a deviation from the original format, but again, they were trying to refresh it and try and make it different to what any other game had done before. I'm not going to dispute that. There were some good elements, but again, that Warzone-ified Zombies experience is not what the core fan base really wants. And then you have Black Ops 6, which is generally being quite well received. But even after all that, there is always the same people that say the same thing. But it's not classic. And to be honest, this is a whole nostalgia thing. I have no reason to believe that they actually want the classic Zombies style. And as much as I love classic Zombies, it's definitely a far more stripped back interpretation of the series, especially over the years as we've got used to brand new mechanics and different evolutions from not just Treyarch but all other studios as well. There is definitely something that you just can't strip away. Because there have been little tiny tweaks over the years, little different things like double Pack-a-Punch and this, that and the other, Gobblegums for example, that have fundamentally changed the way that we played the mode at that point in time. And a lot of people don't like these new changes, like the armor system, or triple Pack-a-Punch, or Gobblegums are back, for example. I don't think it's that at all. Because if we didn't have these new things in the game mode right now, I can't find a justifiable reason why a lot of the player base would still be playing. Put it this way, right, the game has been going for just over 15 years, and the series went from being the most bare-bone experience that you've ever had to something with so much to do that it's kind of exhausting. Because at the end of the day, right, these game studios are just trying to keep our attention. Genuinely, we are all feeling fatigue with the Zombies game mode. We all are. I don't think that anyone can really deny it. And you know, it's representative in content as well. Lots of YouTubers who are in the Zombies community have moved on, done other stuff, moved on to different games. And sure, right, there was kind of a peak point maybe during the Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4 life cycle where all I used to do was play Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, like that was literally it. You could not take me off another game to play something different. The main focus of every game studio right now is to keep our attention, you know, Fortnite does it and Call of Duty does it and tons of other game franchises do it as well. And so studios are putting out kind of like half-assed content, and with Call of Duty, with it being divvied up between multiplayer, campaign, zombies and Warzone, they're definitely not the same amount of budget that the zombies mode used to have. And the ambition of studios are being weighed down by budget, and unfortunately it's very representative in Call of Duty Zombies as well. If you look back to Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, World War II, Infinite Warfare, the budgets that those games had were insane, right? Absolutely insane. But because one game flopped, Call of Duty kind of lost their balance and kind of lost faith in the overall game mode, and so slowly have stripped back the money that they were giving to Treyarch and Infinity Ward and everyone under the sun, and ultimately the Zombies mode has really suffered because of this. The mode used to be so fantastical and so exciting, but then you look at Cold War and Black Ops 6, it's literally just a facility every single time without fail. And it's really showing in the player base. Most of us are really burnt out of basically exploring the same thing, and many people might think it's because, oh, they included score streaks, or they included this, they included that. But after you've played a game for 15 years doing basically the same thing every time, you're bound to kind of come into some snags here and there. And there have been points for me where I've kind of hopped out, dipped out, I'm not touching this game mode for a very long time, and then I come back for a game or two, really enjoy it, and then a week later, same thing. And I think most people just get really nostalgic about the earlier games, right? The earlier modes, because they were a lot fresher in our minds at the time, and for the majority of us who are probably watching this video, we were a lot younger back then, and so we kind of grew up with those maps and those modes and those YouTube videos and those tutorials and this, that and the other. But this is not me blaming it on an age thing, by the way. But that's why those earlier games are kind of like a core memory for most of us, because we really enjoyed our time playing with our friends and exploring brand new, exciting, amazing looking maps. And I'm sure that current studios who are developing Zombies do have the passion for it, but unfortunately the budget is kind of grabbing it by the neck and, you know, twisting it off. If it was up to me and I was like a head honcho at Activision, I would be doing exactly what Marvel was doing right now. I would shelve the franchise for just a couple of years, make people really, really want the game mode back, and then come back with a massive punch. And because of that, we're getting the same things practically every year. In the early days, we weren't getting a new Zombies game for like 2 to 3 years at one point, so there was definitely that hunger for something brand new. But nowadays, with games being released every single year with a brand new Zombies mode in some form or another, we're just getting stuck on the same things over and over again, and we're not seeing that drastic shift in evolution from game to game. It's just been little things here and there, which has brought us to Black Ops 6 and the state that Black Ops 6 is in. And I think people are getting really blind to it, because most people do want to see brand new COD Zombies modes, but unfortunately, with the games releasing so quickly after another, the magic of a brand new game just isn't there. If you look at contrast between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, it's day and night. You know, you could not say that they were brought out a year apart from each other. The time that they had for Black Ops 3 to cook was definitely needed to make it that stellar standout experience that it became. So in all honesty, as much as I hate it, because I do really love the Call of Duty Zombies game mode, I think they need to shelve it for a while. I really think they do. I think they need people to have that hunger again for the franchise. But you've got to look at it from Activision's perspective, right? They know that people want Call of Duty Zombies, so they are including it in every single game. Oh, people love it, so we're going to monetize Gobblegums as well, so people can buy packs, and now it's a new monetary stream for us. It's just so crazy how caught up we all are in this kind of circle. And it's really a shame, because we literally are getting drip fed year by year with new content. If you put Black Ops Cold War's content into Black Ops 6, I'm pretty sure no one would be able to tell the difference. To be honest, graphically, those games don't look that different. Mechanically, those games aren't that different. And they're reusing boss assets as well, and I understand that older Call of Duties did used to do it as well, but not to the same degree. Hellhounds were just kind of your basic max ammo round throughout, and then you also had Nova 6 crawlers, which made appearances in other games as well, like in Black Ops 2 with, what's it called? Die Rise. That's it, Die Rise. But Black Ops Cold War reused an asset from Black Ops 3 with Gorod Krovi and the Manglers, but then you also have the Megatons, which were present, I think, in almost every single map. There has never really been a boss-specific map. Like, there wasn't just one map where one boss kind of shows up. I know with Black Ops 6, the amalgamations are appearing in every single map so far. I really hope you understand what I mean with Black Ops 6 and needing to, you know, take a step back, because the recycled assets, the tiny evolutions in the game mode just aren't going to keep people engaged for a long period of time. So genuinely, I think Activision, if you are watching this, please as much as I hate to say it, shelve the franchise for a while. Make us want it again. Like, really make us want it again. Make it to the point where we think, are they actually ever going to bring back the zombies mode? Is it ever going to happen? And then, bam, whack us with a brand new, exciting Call of Duty Zombies game mode that really takes stride and changes the mode for the good. Not just little tweaks, not just little tiny changes, but actually changes the fundamentals of the mode. Because right now, I'm burnt out, you're burnt out, we're all burnt out on the zombies mode because we're being drip fed, and I don't think we should stand for it anymore. I think we should, I think we should take a break. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, then subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.